Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So something a little bit different this week. I asked on my Instagram, I think like last week, any questions you wanted to know about certain celebrities that I haven't maybe covered in the readings that I did for them, and you sent in some of your questions, and so today I am going to answer them. This is a very weird setup, isn't it? You don't usually see my face on here but it's something I want to bring to the channel, and it's something new that I want to do so that you see more of me. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Hit a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to see more videos just like this because I upload new videos every single week, and follow me over on Instagram if you want to be involved with who I read for next, or to have your say on my next kind of video, because I'm always asking you to send in your questions, your suggestions, and I want you to be a part of that. So that's at I am Kirstie Lewis. But without further ado, let's get into answering your questions. So let's get into it. So the first question I've got here from O Spams is Nicki Minaj pregnant? Okay, I happen to believe that yes, Nicki Minaj is pregnant. What I'm going to do is, if I feel like I need to pull on a card or whatever, I will pull from the deck. But really and truly, I believe that Nicki Minaj is pregnant. And I picked up on that on the reading that I did for Nicki. I really do believe that Nicki Minaj is pregnant, yes. I believe that she will be raising this child alone. For the first part, I feel like I said, there is a man coming for Nicki Minaj who is not the man that she is with now, and he will step in. Similar dynamic to what happened with Sierra and Russell. Is Russell her partner? Is that his name? Similar dynamic. A man will come in and bring up the baby as his own. So yes, I do believe she is pregnant. Charzy_Mini asked, what do you feel Nipsey is up to, and did he attend the BET Awards? What a beautiful question. I love talking about Nipsey Hussle. Okay. Yeah. When I'm connecting to Nipsey Hussle's energy and what he's doing now in spirit, and I talked a little bit about this in the video that I did on Nipsey Hussle, I got the word youth, because his energy is all about working with the youth to make sure that the next generation that comes up, these things aren't happening anymore, these crimes aren't happening, these hate crimes aren't happening. Yes, he watched with pride, and I can see the smile on his face. The pain is there inside because he still sees his family hurting, you know, specifically Lauren and the kids. And I just see his arm around Amani, okay, and he's saying daddy's here, and I'm gonna leave it at that because it's just, thank you Nipsey, it's LAC4302, will Nicki Minaj do more acting, and what will be the outcome of Nicki's lawsuit with Tracy Chapman? All I can see, and Barbs, don't come for me on this, okay, all I can see around Nicki Minaj for the next 8 to 12 months, I really want to say a year, is there's a lot of drama, okay, and it's personal drama, it's relationship drama, it's family drama, okay, and I feel like the career stuff will be put on hold a little bit, and Nicki will step out of the limelight for a little bit. In the future, 100%, there is a lot of opportunity for Nicki Minaj, but it's not anytime soon. And I didn't know about this lawsuit with Tracy Chapman, so I don't know what it is for. They said Nicki will win. That's all I heard. Nicki will win. So I don't know what that's about, but I feel like it will turn out in Nicki's favour. So leave down below what that's about, because I don't know what that's about. Another one for Nicki Minaj from LAC4302, is Nicki going off on Miley going to negatively affect Nicki's career? No. But Nicki Minaj needs to be careful. I've talked about this a lot of times. Nicki Minaj has got some personal work to do, okay, and once she does it, which I feel it's coming, this work is coming. The whole next 8 to 12 months for Nicki Minaj are all about transition and blooming into herself and facing these demons and these fears and these insecurities that she's had for a long time now. And she will face them and she will come out the other side a better person. I actually feel in 2020 we will see Nicki Minaj actually make a few apologies to some people, because she will look back at things and think, okay, I was wrong. I feel at the minute her head's hot. She's hot-headed, and it's not necessarily that she's angry at the people she's taking it out on, it's that she's angry at what's going on in here. But she will face those demons, and we will see her come out the other side feeling better and more positive about herself and about her life. So Scylla Carson, said, will Scott and Courtney be back together? I loved this question because for me, I always saw them getting back together. Always, always, always. There was always someone in that triangle that was going to get hurt. And I do feel like it's Sophia. And I feel like she knows that. But interestingly enough, Courtney will have to chase Scott, because Scott did a lot of chasing towards the end of their relationship. He chased her intensely, and I talked about this in one of the Kardashians readings, how she's seen the person he's become and she's thinking, why couldn't he be like that for me? Why couldn't, I would want to be with him now. And she's very much in denial about it, but she will come to terms with it and she will have to chase him. So if she's prepared to do that, there is definitely room for them to get back together, 100%. She holds his heart and she always will. LAC 4302, will Nicki and Kenneth get married? I didn't want that answer. Spirit said yes. And as they say, I'm holding the finger, so yes. But it will be very small, it will be very private, it will be very intimate, and it will not last long. It will end in divorce. They're telling me this. She's got to be careful about this guy. I wish, but she's not. It's full steam ahead. And the more people tell her, he's not the one, don't do it, the more she wants to prove them wrong. She really wants to prove people wrong about this guy. But he's not a good un. He's not a good un. But yeah, I do feel like there will be a marriage. I do. Okay, Mimi_Stargirl asked Destiny's Child's friendship right now. So if you don't know who Destiny's Child were, that's Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams, and of course Beyonce Knowles. Yeah, they're separate. They're not together. So that to me says that Beyonce's over here, Michelle's over here, and Kelly's over here. So I don't know if they live in the same states, but they're not together. Which also says to me, I don't feel that I actually feel like there's a stronger relationship and friendship between Kelly and Michelle than there is with Beyonce and the girls. I feel like Beyonce is very on her own. So maybe Michelle and Kelly live nearby to each other, I don't know. But I feel like in this situation, Beyonce is isolated, and although there's texts and there's calls, there's never like there's very rarely a face-to-face meet-up. But there's no disregard, I feel like, between them. I feel like there's just growth apart, I don't feel like there's any hatred or hurt or anger or sadness or anything bitter. I just feel like they're separate entities and their life paths don't really cross over. So I don't feel like they're very close. I don't feel that. Pink and lots more, I think that is, said, will Selena and Justin get back together? No, because I think, and I said this in Justin Bieber's reading, him and Hailey are for the long haul. I know a lot of Biebs fans didn't want to hear that, but I do feel like him and Hailey are for the long haul. And Selena has closed that chapter, and I'd like to read on Selena Gomez, so if you want to see that reading, comment down below, because I would like to read on her. But I feel like that chapter is closed, and I feel like she would not even physically, or even if she wanted to, she would not let herself go there. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. No, that's a no-no. No. That's what it is. It's a no-no. Like, no. She would not even physically. The love is still there. Like, I would be lying if I said I didn't feel that. The love is still there on both of their behalves. They love each other, but they know that they can't be happy together, and I feel like they've come to full term with that. So no, I don't see a reconciliation for Selena or Justin. Sorry, guys. Akendala asked Karrueche and Victor Cruz what their relationship is like. Now, I've seen, I think, a picture of this new guy that Karrueche's with, and a lot of you have been asking me to read for Karrueche Tran, so I will read for her eventually. Let's see. What is their relationship like? They have a good relationship. They have a good relationship. I see a lot of laughter, and I see a lot of social spending time with other people. Lots of dinners, lots of parties, lots of laughter. He makes her laugh very, very much. I feel like if you ever see a picture of these two together, they're smiling. They have a very good friendship, and their relationship is built on a very firm foundation. Her heart belongs to someone else, though. Is it Chris Brown? But I feel like her heart isn't truly available to him. So although they have this great friendship and this beautiful relationship, and it is a nice relationship, I feel like it's quite warm and it's quite loving, and they have a really good friendship. Her heart isn't 100% in it. Her heart is not 100% in it, but the relationship is good, and he loves her more than she loves him. And I think that's why it works, because I think where Karrueche's come from, she needs that. She needs someone who's overgiving and overly sentimental and overly loving and overly reassuring. She needs that reassurance because she didn't have it before. And he gives long-lived because he's very good to her. He's actually very good to her, is what I feel. And he treats her the way she wants to be, the way she thinks, the ideal. This is the ideal relationship for her. This is the roses, the romantic dates, the Prince Charming. He's very much that character, but whether that's actually what she really wants, it's what she thinks she wants, but whether it's what she actually wants is not quite straight in her mind. So whether it will go the long haul, I don't know. I could see it going 1 to 2 years. I can't really see past that, so I don't know. We'll see. Nico and Big Sean, will they reconcile? Again, that was asked by sorry, these Instagram names. Akendela. Janae Aiko and Big Sean, will they reconcile? I see the reconciliation for them. I saw it, I read about it. I do think that there will be a reconciliation for them. Whether it will be public is another story, but I do feel like they will come back together. I just feel that. Because I feel like their hearts are still very intertwined. Yes, you know, I saw a lot of people say, oh, Janae will never go back to him. He hurt her, blah, blah, blah. If you've ever been in love, it doesn't matter. Like, if you love someone, which I really feel like they do, there's a mutual respect with each other, you will work on it. And I do feel like, maybe not right now, but in time, in the upcoming months, they will come to a place where they're both ready to make it work. And I do feel like that is there for them. I really do. So, I, at last minute, had some questions from Tuscan Leather 606, who popped into my DMs and asked if there was still time to ask questions. So here I have a few questions from her. So we have Ariana Grande, will she become bigger and truly cement her place like Britney Spears in her prime? Huge. With iconic anthems and pop culture moments stay stagnant or fade into irrelevancy. Now, a lot of people would argue that Ariana Grande is huge. And I think nowadays it's very hard to become a musical legend, because the music that's being made now isn't like new. It's all like re-sampled and all like taken from old school music. I think the last person of our generation who will be legendary is Beyonce, and now everything is so easily accessible that people aren't really legendary because we can access them. They're just, you know, oh, let me just go on to Ariana Grande's Instagram and see what she's up to. You know, it's Adele does it very well because she's not in our faces all the time. Yes, she has Instagram, she posts once in a blue moon, but that's what makes her legendary. That's what makes her, you know, an icon, because we can't easily access her. Even Beyonce doesn't post all the time, and that's what makes her so, she's posting, you know, that's what makes us fascinated about her. And unfortunately, Ariana Grande, as amazing as she is, her vocal range is insane. She's too easily accessible to be iconic like that, and that's unfortunately the world we live in. What is she like as a person? Does her past reputation as a diva / mean girl precede her? I've read for Ariana Grande, and Ariana Grande is actually a very sweet, wholesome, down-to-earth girl. I don't feel like she's a diva, okay, and I feel like where that comes from is because she's not scared to say, I want this, I want that, you know. And when a woman says, you know, well, no, I want this, I want my background to be, I don't know, glitter pink sparkles when I come on stage, not whatever it is now. It's different to when a man would say it. If a man would say, no, I don't want it like that, is he a diva? No. But because a woman says it, and because she's little and she's young, she becomes a brat or a diva or overbearing. And I don't feel like that's her personality at all. I feel like she's quite shy, but she's strong in herself. I feel like she's got quite a conflicting character, because she's small and she seems very like but she's actually quite a strong character, and she knows what she wants, and she's clear about what she wants, and she's very vulnerable and very timid as well though. And there's a lot of work that she has to go and do on herself, and I feel like she needs to take that time out. And I know she took time out before, but it wasn't long enough. You know, if I was working with her, I'd say you need to go and take at least a year's break, where there is no social media uploading, there is no connection. You just go and you take the time for you, because I feel like she needs to do that to truly heal herself, because there's healing that hasn't been done yet, and touring is not where she needs to be right now. That's really what I feel for Ariana Grande. No more tours, no more music after this, just go and take a break. And last but not least, I'm going to read on Amy Winehouse, but I will answer these questions. So we've got Amy Winehouse. Is she at peace? What would have become of her had she lived? I feel like it took Amy Winehouse a long time to come to terms with her passing, because she wasn't ready to go. And I can basically hear it was just one mistake, one night, just one time that made such a difference, and I didn't think it would end the way it did. So she is at peace now, but the conflict, it took a long time to come to terms with what had happened. And had she have lived, I feel like we would have seen a sober Amy, a healthy Amy, but we wouldn't have seen her all the time. I don't feel like now she would still be in the spotlight. I think she would have taken a back seat, and she would have done like writing, she would have become a lyricist, a producer, she would have worked behind the scenes. I also feel like she would have left London and she would have moved to somewhere hot like LA, the Caribbean. She would have taken her life out of London, because there was too much memory and things there for her. So she would have removed herself from that environment. But I feel like she is still, I feel like, because I don't feel easy with it, so I feel like there's still some coming, after all this time, there's still coming to terms with how it happened and what happened, and the passing and what happened after her passing, and the behaviours of certain people. But I will read on Amy Winehouse. I absolutely will. And and we will go into more detail about that because I find her life and everything fascinating. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this, and I'd love to do like a part 2 and answer more questions. So if you want to see that, then leave down below that you want to see a part 2. Hit a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this, or psychic readings every single week, because I upload every single week. And I will see you soon for another video. Bye, lovelies.